राम राम और अस्सलाम वालेकुम दोस्तों। तो आप हिंदी पढ़ना चाहते हैं या आप पहले से ही पढ़ना सीख रहे हैं? Shabash. Now I want you to learn Hindi faster than I ever did. That's my goal. So right now I'm going to take you over the 5 hurdles I had to overcome to learn Hindi. If you focus on these 5 challenges, you'll be learning Hindi and making Indians smile way faster than I ever did. But first I've got to clear up a language learning myth, and this is especially appropriate for Hindi. There is no such thing as fluent in 3 months. It's just not possible. You can never be fluent in 3 months. Forget it. Language learning is a really slow process, especially a language like Hindi where there are so many complexities for an English speaker. There are not many similarities in English compared to, say, English to German or English to French or English to Dutch, any of those European languages. They're a little bit similar, and at least you can use the same script. Hindi has its own script. Hindi has all its own challenges. There's no fluent in 3 months. There's only commitment and spending a long time over years learning Hindi. Okay, so let's jump into the 5 challenges I faced while learning Hindi. And unsurprisingly, the first 2 are pronunciation. Pronunciation is absolutely vital when you're learning any language. Like, what is more important than pronunciation than being able to pronounce a word properly? There's nothing more important, and you have to get it right. Hindi has 2 issues here for English speakers. So the first issue is Hindi has around 8 letters which kind of will sound the same. So Hindi has 4 T's. Listen to these 4 T's and see if you can hear the difference. Ta, 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 ta. Very difficult, right? There's 4 D sounds as well. So da, 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 da. Did you hear the differences? I didn't at the beginning. And this is just because our ears aren't trained to hear these letters. They are so similar to the English T and D, and there's 4 of them for us to distinguish between. Secondly, Hindi has unaspirated and aspirated letters. And what an aspirated letter is it's a puff of air that kind of comes out your mouth when you pronounce a letter. It's a letter that's really stressed when you pronounce it. So I'll give you an example. There's the unaspirated k and the aspirated k. I'll say them back to back now. K, 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 k. Can you hear the difference? That second one is aspirated, and you can really, I can feel a puff of air come out my mouth when I pronounce that second one, and only a very, very little bit of air come out when I pronounce that first one. And if you don't pronounce these aspirated letters properly, you will be like what I did was I told someone I wanted a discount, but I said I wanted a and they just told me, do not say that word. Yeah, that was embarrassing. So you have to learn aspirated and unaspirated pronunciation as well. Thirdly, Hindi has around 137 letters, including conjuncts. And what a conjunct letter is, it's when 2 letters come together and they have a baby, and it makes a letter that looks similar to both of them. They come together, right? And so an example of this is Delhi. There's a double L in the middle there. Or the word station. There's a S and a T sound at the beginning of that word. And so those are conjuncts, but the good thing is you don't have to learn every single conjunct. There's only a few which are really commonly used. And the same goes for Hindi numbering. In Hindi, 1 to 100 are all unique words. There's no pattern like 21, 31, 41, 51. They're all unique. But the good thing is you don't have to learn every single one of those numbers as well. There are tricks to this. The Hindi language also has genders. Why? I don't know. Genders are such a waste of time. So for example, a table is feminine and a bed is masculine. But there are a number of tricks you can use to guess the gender. You don't have to go around memorizing genders. They will just stick in your head. Hindi also has a completely different word order to English, and a lot of the times to us when we're learning it, it seems quite backwards. English is subject, verb, object. Hindi is subject, object, verb. The verb comes at the end of the sentence. So in English we'd say, I am going to the market, and so the verb is in the middle there, am going. In Hindi it's at the end, so it would be, I market, going, am. Totally backwards for us, right? So you have to learn this sentence structure and think in it actually as well so you can make up Hindi sentences. Don't let these things overwhelm you. I have let them overwhelm me in the past, and they really slowed down my Hindi learning. Like I had to go away and learn how to overcome these hurdles. But the good thing is I'm here to help you overcome them. And it's all in my new ebook, Learn Hindi Faster Than I Did, available exclusively at carlrock.com. I want you to overcome these hurdles and not go through all the pain that I went through learning Hindi. In this book, I show you how to overcome those 5 challenges and especially nail that pronunciation with diagrams. And then I teach you how to learn Hindi, the ways that I learn Hindi, how to learn Hindi effectively. This book is gonna help you learn Hindi faster than I ever did. It's like steroids for your Hindi learning, except you don't need a prescription and it's totally legal, right? Trust me. I'm also gonna help you learn Hindi this weekend with a live stream from, get this, a remote village in the middle of nowhere, in the desert, where I'm gonna share my Hindi learning experience and story, and I wanna answer your Hindi learning questions. So I've pinned a comment below, put your Hindi learning question there, and I also want you to tell me why you are learning Hindi. So your question and why you're learning Hindi, all right? Did I mention carlrock.com? I have my own web store now. How cool is that? And do not be buying my books from scammers on the streets in India. My friend brought one once and we opened it up and half the pages were missing. They can't even use a photocopier properly. It was just blank pages and some text and blank pages and some text. Waste of time. So buy my book directly from me and safely from carlrock.com.